and we are holding that vision. We're seeking advances on climate change that are being rolled back and defunded. We are here to make our voices known.
Yes. So at a time when everything from the air we breathe to voting rights are at risk, the thing that gives us hope is you. All of you out here today is what gives us hope. The government won't do what's right, and as Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand.
That's
and
right.
it never did, and it never will. It's up to us, all of us here today. It is up to us to demand what we need to survive, to be equal, and to live in a better world for our children.
That's right. Thank you, Erin. Now, we would like to start our program this morning with a blessing from Bobby Wallace of the Verona Band, of the Mission Indians, of the Kiamaya Nation. Bobby has been a tireless advocate for Native American and environmental justice. He was a key organizer's effort to support the resistance to the Dakota Access Pipeline. Will you please welcome Bobby Wallace?
Yeah. You know, you guys, what are they going to do when they come for you? And that's what they're doing, you guys. We need to be strong. We need to stick together. You know, I brought this today. You know, this is Purple, man. This is all of us. We all need to stick together. We all need to work together. We need to kick some ass. I'm going to have my sister do a prayer real quick, and then we'll talk about things that are going on across the United States. Come on up, you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Hill, and I am from Viejas of the Kumeyaay Nation. And I'd like to acknowledge the original people of San Diego, which are the Kumeyaay Nation. And we are still here, and we are indigenous, and we are proud. So, real quick prayer to open this up. Oh, that is true. Agamai Napum, Lissa Hill Nachihi Napum, Matharwa Gopai, Ehan Pilanya, Napumaya Ha Kepsho, Nimekenue Napum, Nip Penyama, Napum Milchish. Ehan my ha. Thank you.
Oh! All right, you guys, to my right is Alex. She's from Hamul. Let's give her a big hand. We got Blue Eagle over here from Viejas. Give him a big hand. And Beth Ann over here, she sacrificed herself going out to Standing Rock. Let's give her a hand. You know, we've all seen it. We've been to Standing Rock 5 times. We've seen the abuse on the whites, on the blacks, on the natives, on everybody. We were there on the front lines when little girls got their arm blown off. You know what? We cannot stand for this anymore. This administration's moving in a big way, and we are the people. All of us matter. Every single one of you. You know, we were there, they were dropping chemicals out of the sky. I had something in my lungs for over a month. I had a headache for over a month. You know, I think my boots right here, if you see they're a little torn up and shattered, that's from chemicals, you guys. It's real. These guys are coming after us in a big way. Wake up and smell the coffee, America. You know, we have to stand together, and it doesn't matter what you are, who you are. We all have families, we all have people we love. You know, right now I'm on a trek across the United States, and it's called the Longest Walk 5.2, and we are talking to everyone about the drug abuse, the alcohol abuse, domestic violence, and the rights of our people. Do we not have rights, you guys? We do. We have the right to drink water. We have the right to breathe clean air. How are we going to do this? You kids sitting out here, you know, you guys think about it, because your children are going to be the ones to suffer. You know what, you guys, On July 11th, we're going to lobby in Washington, D.C. We're going to have a big rally at the Lincoln Memorial. And I'm calling for all you guys. It doesn't stop here today. This is a fight till we die. It really is. And it'll keep fighting over and over and over because we do not know what boy is going to be in the office next. You know, we do not know. We just need to be strong. We need to work together, grab each other's hands because who cares? Grab my hand. Let's step off into the dark. And I know I'm safe because I got you, you got me, and we're going to do this, you guys. You guys have a blessed day. You know, come and see me. I want to talk about some things, man. They're fracking. They're putting uranium into mountains. They're digging up sacred sites. You know, water goes downhill, folks. You know, it goes downhill. You guys are going to be drinking that stuff. So you guys think about it, you know. I love you all. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you so much, Bobby. We are all in this together. I'm just so thankful to hear that message. I was at Standing Rock myself, and I was changed because of that. So thank you so much. And we just have such amazing speakers this morning. Yeah.
Yes, so now I couldn't be more pleased to welcome up and introduce Assembly Member Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher.
So how are we all doing today? So you know what today is? Let's not say it's 100 days of Trump. It's the 100th day of resistance, and it's not going to stop today. You know, I got to tell you, as a mom, I'm hopeful because I know I'm doing this. I'm here today because of my 4 kids, 6, 8, 14, 21, because they need to have a planet for their children and their grandchildren. And if we don't act today and continue to act through this administration and beyond, that just won't happen. So it's our responsibility to remain hopeful and keep up this fight. And we're lucky because we live in a state of resistance, a true state of resistance. And we live in a state of California that says we're not going backwards on immigration. We're not going backwards on workers or women or LGBTQ rights. And we're not going backwards on all the gains that we made for the environment over the last few years. We're going to continue to persist and push and make sure our air is clean. But we know everything we do at the state has to be replicated here locally. And 50% of our greenhouse gas emissions comes from transportation. It's time we reform SANDAG. It's time we have transportation justice. It's time we reduce the number of cars on the freeway, increase the number of bicycles and walk lanes and mass transit, and we only do it by supporting AB 805. I hope you'll help me in that effort because it's time that we reform the way we do transportation in San Diego County. And I'm going to end just by saying there's so much work to be done, but I'm reinvigorated today to see so many people willing to do that hard work. And it's okay that we feel a little scared about what's happened nationally. We should. But that doesn't stop what we continue to do here locally and in the state, and we will persist and we will resist. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump will be gone, and we will remind him that climate change is real. Thank you so much, and keep up the good fight.
Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher, my goodness, friends, I've been in the struggle for a while, and she's been in the struggle forever. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So do you all know that you're beautiful? Do you know it? I can't hear you. All right, I believe you now. turnout for climate justice. So before we move on, can I just ask that each of you take your phone out, snap a photo with you and your friends and your new friends, and post it to social media to show you are here today? Can you do that?
And while you do that, I am looking for Dr. Jeff Severinghaus to come forward. Are you here? Great. Thank you.
Perfect. So when you're sharing your picture, please put hashtag Climate March SD and hashtag People's Climate. All right?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. You are beautiful. So are you, Erin. Now, friends, it is my great pleasure to introduce Professor Jeff Severinghaus. Dr. Severinghaus is a professor of geosciences in the Geosciences Research Division at Scripps Institute of Oceanography at UC San Diego. We got that representing here. He's done extensive research on the West Arctic ice sheet and on Greenland. His research raises questions of whether the addition of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere through the burning of fossil fuels could also produce a rapid change in climate, rather than the slow, steady rise in temperatures that many computer models of global climate now predict. Please join me in welcoming Professor Severinghaus.
Thank you. I like the little slip there. You said addiction instead of addition, but I think you actually said the truth there. That was good. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a scientist. It's like... So I'm basically here to tell you that yes, the scientific consensus is very, very strong. It's built on a mountain of overwhelming evidence. It's not a matter of belief, it's a matter of evidence. So when people ask me, do you believe in climate change? I say no. I'd say no, because it's not a matter of belief. It's a matter of an overwhelming amount of evidence. Now, if you don't believe that carbon dioxide causes warming, just look at our neighbor planet Venus. Venus has about 100,000 times more carbon dioxide in its atmosphere than we do, and its surface temperature is 856 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. So you don't need to even believe in physics if you just look at our neighbor planet Venus. So literally, we are cooking ourselves, and this is a serious issue. I'm not only a scientist, but I'm a citizen, and as a citizen, I'm very concerned for my children and for their children and their children, because this is a long-term problem. This is something that's a little hard to grasp, because when you put CO2 into the atmosphere, it stays there for 100 years, and then the ocean takes about 100 years to warm up in response to that CO2. You put those two things together, and you have a very long time scale for this problem to manifest itself. So in essence, we are committing future generations, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, to live with a very different planet, a very radically changed planet. So to me personally, as a Unitarian Universalist, I see that there's a big ethical dimension to this problem, a moral dimension. It's not ethical to take away something from future generations when they're not at the negotiating table. They're not present. And it's not ethical to cause other species to go extinct when they don't have a voice. So we who do have voices, we have an obligation to speak for the trees, to speak for the animals and the plants, to basically speak for those who are not present at the negotiating table for future generations. So I think the word climate justice really sums it up perfectly. This really is ultimately about justice. So I just want to leave you with one final thought, and that's an optimistic one. I am so proud to be a Californian these days. Jerry Brown is doing great stuff. The other day, he came to one of my colleagues at Scripps, Helen Fricker, and he spoke to her for 2 hours about the ice sheets in Antarctica. It was so cool, and he really does pay attention to what's going on with the science. And I'm so proud of our city, San Diego, because San Diego has a climate action plan now. So we need to support the people who are doing the right thing. It's not enough just to criticize those who are doing the wrong things. So anyway, thank you very much and have a great day.